Cashflow Ngcobo, Durban's biggest forex fraudster, the rise and fall of South Africa's most controversial trader. Jabulani Ngcobo, better known online as Mr. Cashflow, was once celebrated as South Africa's self-proclaimed forex king, a man who cracked the formula to unlimited wealth. He wasn't shy about it either. Designer suits, high-end cars, exclusive parties. Every post was a flex, and thousands followed him hoping to copy his formula, learn his secrets, and transform their lives. But behind the glossy image was something far darker. Because according to investigators, whistleblowers, and victims, Mr. Cashflow wasn't selling financial freedom. He was allegedly selling lies. His empire, as many later claimed, wasn't built on trading success, but on other people's hard-earned money. Investors poured in their savings. But instead of fortunes, the money reportedly vanished. Rumors turned into complaints. Complaints turned into police inquiries. And eventually, the empire he built on hype came crashing down. But before the fall, there was the rise. Early life, from Ngcobo to Cashflow. Jabulani Ngcobo was not born into privilege. Growing up in Ngcobo, Durban, he lived in a small house in a neighborhood where flights and poverty were normal. Born in 1985, he attended Langa High School, where one trait set him apart: ambition. Even as a child, he dreamed of escaping, not just to make money, but to carve out a name so big that nobody could ignore him. After finishing school, he found work at Toyota, but the factory line wasn't enough. In less than a year he walked away, convinced he was destined for more. He turned to entrepreneurship. In 2006, he launched a debt collection company, his first taste of real money. It wasn't glamorous, but it gave him confidence, and a hunger for something bigger. Then he discovered forex trading. By 2009, he launched Cashflow Properties, later rebranded as Cashflow Pro. And that's when the transformation began. The birth of Mr. Cashflow, a marketing genius. Ngcobo understood something very well. In South Africa, success sells, even if people don't know where it comes from. He turned social media into his stage. Luxury cars, designer clothes, exclusive VIP parties. Every post screamed wealth and influence. A Porsche today, a BMW M for tomorrow, Louis Vuitton suits the next week. His image captured the country's attention. Young people idolized him. Aspiring traders treated him like a mentor. His book Cashflow Naked, released in 2018, cemented his status as a financial superstar. But behind the lifestyle, investigators say something wasn't adding up. Because Cashflow Pro wasn't just a mentorship company, it was allegedly a dangerous illusion. The hidden reality, what clients did know. Ngcobo positioned himself as a trading genius. But according to the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, FSCA, and fraud victims, the money wasn't coming from trading at all. It allegedly came from new investors, not actual forex profits. People bought mentorships, paid for training, handed over money for investment account. But the returns never came. And behind the scenes, as later investigations showed, Ngcobo was not licensed to handle investments or give financial advice, making the entire operation a legal red flag from the start. Still, he continued growing, expanding his reach, and aligning himself with figures like Mzabalazo Dlamini, another man allegedly hungry for quick wealth. Together, they reportedly fine-tuned the strategy. Promise guaranteed profits. Tell people there's no risk. Collect deposits. Repeat. Meanwhile, clients waited for returns that never existed. The victims speak, the cracks begin to show. The first major blow allegedly came from an Angolan businessman, Francis Bull, who gave Ngcobo aka Mr. Cashflow a 100,000 rand, expecting access to an exclusive trading account. Days passed. No profits. No contact. And when Bull tried to withdraw, his money was gone. He filed a fraud case at the Sandton police station, and suddenly other victims began stepping forward. Ngcobo invested his savings. When he demanded answers, Ngcobo allegedly brushed him off and redirected him to another trading company, which turned out to be another scam. Then came Ngcobo, a taxi owner looking to invest his money, reportedly invested 520,000 rand hoping to secure his family's future. Instead, the money simply disappeared. Again and again, the story was the same. No returns. No explanations. No refunds. Just excuses, delays, or silence. People weren't just losing money. They were losing trust, faith, and their dreams of financial freedom. Investigations begin, the house of cards shakes. By 2011, the South African Reserve Bank reportedly suspected that cash flow properties might be operating as a pyramid scheme. Financial records didn't add up. Large unexplained transfers raised red flags. And investigators began quietly monitoring Ngcobo's accounts. Still, he pushed harder. More luxury. More publicity. More confidence. In 2012, he hosted a legendary 1 million rand birthday bash, filled with celebrities, politicians, and high-profile influencers. But behind the champagne and luxury cars, investors were already complaining. This pressure led to his first major arrest. 2013, fraud, theft and money laundering charges. In 2013, Ngcobo was arrested on allegations of theft, fraud, and money laundering. The news shook South Africa's business community. Victims came forward demanding justice. Others defending him, claiming jealousy and hate. The case dragged on for years, and in 2017, he was acquitted. Ngcobo celebrated the outcome, insisting he was innocent and misunderstood. He returned to social media more confident than ever, promoting his brand and flaunting wealth. But investigators weren't done. Quietly, the FSCA was building a different case, one they believed would stick. 2019, the fall of Mr. Cashflow. Between 2014 and 2019, the FSCA gathered detailed evidence showing he operated without required licenses. He allegedly misled clients about his qualifications. Cashflow Pro was not legally compliant. His investment activities violated the FAIS Act. This time, the case went through. In 2019, Ngcobo received a 6-year suspended prison sentence and a 200,000 rand fine. The FSCA called it a major victory against financial fraud. Ngcobo immediately filed an appeal, hoping to overturn the conviction, and was released on bail on the 13th of May, 2019. But by then, it was too late. His reputation was destroyed. His supporters turned against him. Social media, once his kingdom, became a battlefield of exposure and accusations. The empire he built on hype had collapsed. Jabulani Cashflow Ngcobo built himself into one of South Africa's most recognizable financial figures. But behind the suits, cars, and motivational speeches, investigators say his kingdom was built on deception, manipulation, and other people's money. Today, his story stands as a warning. In a country filled with economic struggle, false hope can be deadly, and illusions of wealth can ruin lives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more exposures of fake gurus. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.